One of the most important things to me about any software organization is the level of real expertise and cleverness that you get in the other developers that you work with. It can be a completely make or break situation when you're working with, if you're working with people who are just kind of like, punching the ticket every day compared to, if you're working with people who really love what they do and people who are really focused on how what they do changes the world.
Blockchain associate can be either employee of another company, they can be freelancer, or they can be even employed by us to work on decentralized applications. And the skill set of the associate that we want to involve change from UX, UI implementation, web application, mobile applications, or server-side application experience developers from every part of the world. Mostly we have people working remote from other countries after we can validate their ability or help them by training, coming to one of our headquarters, can be in Singapore, can be here in Bali in Indonesia, can be in Italy or in Amsterdam, and wherever we are present with an office. We train them, we qualify them to work in an internal project, in a small project, then we raise them to the ability to be hired directly from clients.
I'm a self-taught developer. I worked from when I was in high school. I really started teaching myself to code, and it gives me a very unique perspective when I sit at the table with people who've worked at very large companies, who've worked from different employers around the world. I'm always taking a look at things from a very kind of radically outside perspective. Is the standard process that companies use to handle this really the best way? And especially looking for an opportunity to inject a very unique attitude into the development workflow.
Looking things from a developer point of view, being an associate is very useful because there is in fact an association behind that can support, give help, and when the developer is in the middle of a project, we can supply all it needs to make the project a success. By a client point of view, knowing that behind the developer there is an association that can guarantee and support for all is needed for the success of the project is also important.
I absolutely think that blockchains is the right choice because it's the future. And really, in blockchain solutions, you're in a position where the pieces of software that you're working on could actually change the way that people rent property in a fundamental way, the way that people process legal contracts in a fundamental way, the way that people transact money in a fundamental way. And each of those feels like changing the world and moving the power from the center into the hands of the people in a very unique way.